Hey, this is Steven with Jacksonville Real Estate News. I hope you're having a wonderful and amazing day. The thing that I want to talk about today is the top 5 reasons that you should move to Jacksonville. Now, you'll see in some of my other videos of the reasons not to move to Jacksonville, but on this video, we're going to go the top 5 reasons to move to Jacksonville. So give me a like, subscribe, and a follow. Share this with your friends. Everybody needs to know this information. Share it around. I promise you they will appreciate it. So let's get into it. First and foremost, the number 1 reason to move to Jacksonville, Florida versus other cities in the state of Florida, and this might surprise you. You might think I'm going to say beaches or this, that. No. And I'll get to those because those are all really, really good things. But the thing that I'm going to bring up first and foremost is affordability. Yeah, affordability. Jacksonville, out of the major cities, so we're talking Orlando, Tampa, Miami, and Jacksonville is the most affordable. We look at cost of living, we look at housing expenses, it is the lowest in the state versus those other major cities. Now there's some other cities that are out there that are probably a little bit more affordable. That's when you're going to get into places like Pensacola. You could also get into Tallahassee, maybe Ocala, smaller cities around the state. But if we're talking major cities here in Florida, Jacksonville is the most affordable city that is out there. It's also a lot lower than the national average of affordability. So the number 1 reason to move to Jacksonville, Florida is affordability. Very affordable that you can find. Next is going to be beaches and outdoor life. I'm not just going to say beaches because, you know, Florida's a peninsula and we have beaches everywhere. But some of the great things about Northeast Florida, Jacksonville, and I'm talking all the way from St. Augustine all the way up to Amelia Island and then to Fernandina Beach, is we have great beaches. Not only beaches, but we also have a lot of outdoor activities to do. And when we're talking about outdoor activities, I'm talking everything from golf, to tennis, to pickleball, to fishing. And not only just one type of fishing, we can go deep sea fishing, we can go intercoastal fishing, we can go lake and stream fishing. There's all sorts of things. If you want to go kayaking, we've got that. We've got stand-up paddle boards. We have got, if you get out, we've got national parks galore. Hundreds of thousands of acres of national parks that are within driving distance of Jacksonville. So there's a lot of things to do in the outdoors when you move to Jacksonville. If you're an outdoor type person, I get a lot of this from people coming from up north in the Maine area, New Hampshire, or if you're coming from the Pacific Northwest, even Colorado, Washington State, Oregon. There's a lot to do out here. Now, there's not the big hikes, there's not skiing, there's not things like that, but if you want to go mountain bike riding, if you want to go kayaking with gators and all those type of things, we have those things here in Northeast Florida. You're going to be amazed by how much outdoor activities that you can do if you move to Jacksonville. The next thing, and this is all of these kind of mingle together, you could put one at the top, one at the bottom. They're all great reasons to move to Jacksonville, but the next reason to move to Jacksonville is the climate. The climate is amazing, and I'm going to put an asterisk by this. It's amazing. Check out my other video when it talks about the top 5 reasons not to move to Jacksonville, and one of those reasons is also the climate. But Jacksonville is amazing when it comes to weather. When you're looking at 9 to 10 months out of the year, it is gorgeous here. You're going to have mild winters. We're going to see winters where on the low side of things, outside of this past winter, on the low side of things, you're going to be looking at around, the lows are going to be probably in the upper 30s to low 40s. The highs in winter, January, February months, you're going to be looking in the low to mid 50s. So it's really quite temperate. It's very nice. 50s during the day, 30s at night. You'll get maybe a few freezes a year, but that's it. If you're coming from another climate, you know what you're going to need? You're going to need a light jacket, light North Face or Columbia jacket, fleece jacket, and you will be fine. That's all you're going to need. When we get into some of my favorite months is when you get into the early spring and early summer. It'll just be gorgeous. You can expect to see temperatures in the 80s during the day, and at night down into the 60s. Now, when we start getting into it, if you do like humid weather, this is the place for you. I've had customers move into Jacksonville and they say, Stephen, we want to move here for the humidity. Say, great, this is the place for you to come. Humid weather is going to be your friend here in Jacksonville. If you like that feeling, you're in the right place. If you don't like the humid weather, I'll send you over to my reason not to move to Jacksonville video. That's going to give you some more insight. But humid weather is a great thing about the climate here in Jacksonville. Number 4 is the job opportunities here in Northeast Florida. Now, let's really kind of get into this. Jacksonville is positioned strategically to have a lot of different things going on. Now, I will say, one of the reasons that it is a little bit more affordable than some of the other areas is tied into this. We have tourism here in Jacksonville, but it's not the same amount of tourism that you're going to see in Orlando or Tampa or Miami. So that keeps costs down because, when you go into a city and there's a lot of tourism, prices go up. They're going to charge it to the people who are coming in. Jacksonville, we do get tourism. We have a lot through St. Augustine. We've got some in Amelia and Fernandina Beach. We've got some here in Jacksonville. But our economy is not based off of tourism, and that's a good thing for you. So the great thing about Jacksonville's economy and the job market here is that we're very balanced out. We have got a good balance of white-collar jobs and blue-collar jobs. Let's start off with the blue-collar jobs. On the blue-collar jobs, we've got very high-paying blue-collar jobs. We have 3 military bases within 60 miles. We've got NAS Jax, we've got Mayport, and we've got Kingsland just over the border in Georgia. With those, there's a lot of contractor positions that go with those big military bases. So we've got a lot of contractor jobs that come in. That keeps a lot of people employed. I'm talking electricians, mechanics, legal services. It goes on and on and on. So there's a lot of jobs, good blue-collar jobs that are associated with those different bases. Now, in addition to that, we also have the port. If you look at this map right here, you see that we've got a large port. They actually just finished dredging this port to make it suitable and capable for much bigger ships coming in from Asia. And so with that being said, we've got very good port jobs and logistics. You've got to think about this, is Jacksonville, we have I-95, which starts all the way down here at the bottom of Florida and goes all the way up to the northeast. We've got I-95 right there. We have I-10, which you can start on I-10 and shoot all the way out to the west coast in California. If you travel about 45 miles west of here, you run into I-75. I-75 will take you up through Atlanta into the heart of the Midwest. So right here within just an hour, you can get almost anywhere with your goods and services. That's why Jacksonville has really turned into a logistics hub. With it being a logistics hub, once again, there's a lot of high-paying blue-collar jobs. Truck drivers, dock workers, warehouse workers. We've got multiple Amazon locations here, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot going on here. So we've got a very balanced economy with the high-paying blue-collar jobs. Now let's switch over to the white-collar jobs. We're going to see a huge fintech industry. Stephen, what in the world is fintech? Well, let's talk about it. Fintech is financial technology firms. So it's a lot of firms that are attached to banking or the stock market or mortgages located here in Jacksonville. They're not directly related to the market going up and down, but they're the companies that service those companies who are directly related to it. So that produces a lot of good, stable, white-collar jobs. In addition to that, we have a huge medical system here in Jacksonville. We have UF in Shands, which is a partnership with the University of Florida. We have the Mayo Clinic, one of only 3 places in the country that has a Mayo Clinic. We've got the Baptist Medical Center. We've got Memorial Medical Center. We've got countless rehab facilities, urgent care facilities, and senior facilities all throughout the Northeast Florida area. This is great for jobs. A lot of great nursing jobs, doctor jobs, etc. Great for jobs. In addition to that, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida is located here, and they provide a lot of jobs. We also have big banking that is located in downtown Jacksonville, and we have a few Fortune 500 companies. So we've got CSX, we have got Johnson & Johnson, they make contacts here. So there's a lot that's really going on with the economy. It's really a stabilized economy because it's not too far in one direction. Like if you go to Orlando, when the pandemic hit, man, they just really got hit because all the tourism just dried up. We didn't run into that problem here in Jacksonville. Was there issues with restaurants and service workers? Yes, there was. That affected everyone. But on a whole, our economy here in Northeast Florida, it just kept rolling. Just kept rolling and rolling and rolling, which is a good thing for you if you want to move here. The other thing, one of the top 5 reasons that I love Jacksonville is there's a lot that's going on. Yeah, a lot that's going on all the time. We have got the Jacksonville Jaguars here. We have got the Jumbo Shrimp, which is a minor league baseball team. We've got the Icemen, who's a hockey team. We have got concerts all over the place all the time. We have got great little venues where it seats a couple thousand people, all the way up to the arena downtown, which seats 30,000 people. We've got everything that you can think of. There's always concerts, there's always a farmer's market or the Riverside Arts Market, things going on for the kids. There's always something that you can do if you want to go do something. There's always activities. Now, I will give you a little bit of an asterisk. I know it's my second asterisk that I've given on this. There's a lot of things that are going on, but it might not have the nightlife scene. If you're looking for something like Miami or New York, yeah, we just don't have a nightlife scene like that. We just don't. It doesn't exist, but there's always things going on through the day, events, activities, anything that you can think of, it is happening here in Jacksonville. So I hope that you found this video helpful and informative if you're looking into Jacksonville. Hopefully this gave you some insight. If you have any questions, please just comment down below. I'd be happy to answer them. And I hope you have a wonderful day, Jacksonville.